Okay, everyone. So what we're going to do now is set up our performance monitor to monitor the 4 key bottlenecks in our system, so we can evaluate if our system is functioning within industry standards. Okay. The quickest way to do that is just start and then just type in Perfmon. That'll bring up the Perfmon utility. Okay. This Perfmon utility, okay, it lets you do a couple of things. You can watch things live, or you can save the information and analyze it. We're going to choose to save the information so we can analyze it later. To do that, we have to create collector sets. Okay. So data collectors, and we can go to user defined. Okay, so there's some I created last week. I'll just make some new ones. Okay. In fact, I can just probably delete these so it doesn't confuse everything. Yes. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. And physical disk. Select. Delete. Where's delete? There it is. All right. All right. So this one's the default one that your system creates. Don't worry about that one. So what we want to do is make a new collector for our memory first. So right click, new, data collector set. Okay. What do I want to call this? I'm going to call this memory. Okay. And I want to do it manually. Is this res too high because it's on a 2K? Let me dumb it down so you can see better. You can see okay?
It's fine for me, but I'm on a 4K monitor. So.
Yeah, ditto.
Yous are so high end, mate. You must have good internet connections.
Not too shabby.
Advanced. Well, I don't need this much pixels. Come on, what are you doing? Hello? Oh, God. All right, let's dumb it down to HD. Come on. No, do I have 1920? No, I don't. That's weird. All right, we'll go 1600. Well, re-render, keep. All right, that's probably a bit better. Okay, so memory. Next, we want to do a performance counter. Okay, and next, come on, next. All right, now here's where we select the object counter we want to monitor. Okay, so according to our plan, I'll just bring this across. Let me get up to there. Scope count here. Okay. According to our plan, all right, for memory, we want to go into the memory object and find the counter that is committed bytes. Okay. Can I snap that there? And can I snap that? Okay, yeah, can do it both. All right, so let's set this one up. Okay, so we go add, and we look for the memory object. You can see by default it goes to processor. It's all alphabetical, so we look for memory. M, there we go, memory. Okay, and if I drop memory down, you'll see these are all the counters that are available for memory that we can monitor. We want to monitor committed bytes. So there it is, committed bytes. Okay. There's only one instance of RAM, so you don't have to pick which instance. That'll make more sense in the next one, I'll show you. So we just hit add, and there it is, and we OK it. So now you can see this is the counter we're going to look at. Memory, committed bytes. Memory, committed bytes. And we can just say get a sample every 1 second. Okay. And then once we've done that, we can go next. This is just telling you where it's going to save the files. Okay. Next, we're already an admin, so we don't have to give any special permission to run this. So let's just finish. And what we'll see now is we've got our counter. Okay. And if we look in the memory counter, we can open this up. Okay. And we've got, there's the counter. We're taking an interval. We're going to take a reading of that counter every second, every 1 second. But we want to change the log format because at the moment it's only in binary, so we can't do any analysis on it. So we're going to change this to comma separated. That way we can analyze it with Excel. Okay. All right, and let's say for our evaluation, let's say we're going to run a 10-minute evaluation. Okay, we can do a whole schedule, but it's easier because we know it's taking one every second. So every minute it's going to take 60 samples. So if we want to run it for 10 minutes, let's just say 600. Okay. So 600 samples should equal 10 minutes. Yes, I think so. Okay. Now, once you've done that, what I want you to do at this screen for memory, you need to screenshot this like I've got it. Okay. So let me take a screenshot, select an area. Okay. So I will take a screenshot of this as my evidence that I've set it up correctly. Okay. Let's copy that onto my clipboard. And then in my actual evidence down here, server setup memory, I can just paste that in. And there's my evidence. Okay. That you've done it correctly. Because this is just the setting up process. Okay. All right, once that's done, you can just hit apply and OK. That's ready to go. I wonder if we could do it while it was running, because it does say run. Let me see if I start it, and then that shows that it's running. And then, yeah, I can still open it and show that it's actually running, because it's called run the evaluation process. So I guess that would be a better screenshot. Let me replace it. Select area. The only difference is now it's showing that it's actually running. Before we just set it up. So let's delete that one and let's paste the new one in. Yep, and it shows it's running. That's better. All right, so that's that one. Now let's create the next one. The next one is for processor. Okay, so here, right click, we can go new, data collector set. We'll call this processor. Okay, create manually. Next, performance counter. Next. All right, what counter? So the counter was processor percentage process time, I think. Here we go. So it's processor percentage process time. So let's find that one. Add processor is the default. Let's drop that down. And we want percentage processor time. Oh, that one. And you see here, I've got instances because I'm running 3 cores on this virtual machine. I can just monitor individual CPU cores. I can monitor them as a total, or I can pick individual cores. That's why we have different instances here. So I just want the total. Okay. Add. There it is. It shows total. Okay it. There it is. I can change that to every 1 second sample. Next, again, where it's going to save it, that's fine. So you'll find it in C drive, perf logs, admin, processor is where we're going to find our data file. Next. All right, we don't have to change anything there. Finish. All right, so what I'll do is this time is I'll start it first. So it's running. Okay, and then I'll open the collector. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. See, because I didn't change that to... Let me stop this. Stop. All right, because I want to change otherwise now it was just going to run forever. So we've got to change this first to comma separated, and here we've got to say 600. Okay, so we'll get a 10-minute analysis of it. Now I can start it. And while it's running, I can open that up, and all the information is there. I've got the right counter, I've got the interval, I've got the log file, and I've got the duration. So I can snapshot that. Okay. Boom. Copy that to clipboard, and then let's go down to the bottom here where we can save the evidence. And there it is, processor, and paste that in. Okay, so it's running, and I can see I've configured it correctly. Okay, so I can OK that. Let's go back here. Now let's create one for storage. Okay, so right click, new collector. I'll call this storage. I'll make a manual one. Next, performance counter. Next, here we want physical disk, percentage disk time, I think. Yeah. All right, so it's physical disk is the object, percentage disk time for our system drive. Well, we've only got one hard drive, but if we had multiple, we'd be monitoring our C drive. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. Add. So here we need physical disk, pH. Let's go up. Physical disk, there it is. Drop it down. We want percentage disk time. Okay, and see here, I've only got one hard drive, so I can just pick that. But if I had a D drive, an E drive, an F drive, I'd have to pick where my system is. Usually it's on C drive. Okay, add. Okay, change that to every 1 second. Next, next, finish. Right, now before I run it, let me change a couple of things. First of all, let's change it to comma delimited, and let's give it 600 samples. Oh, too many zeros. Okay, apply that. All right, so there, now I can run it and then take the screenshot. Start. So this will run for 10 minutes and stop by itself. And I'll have the data there to analyze it. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a screenshot. Boom. Copy the clipboard, then go down back to where we've got our evidence. Here we go. Storage. Okay, there it is. Storage is running and it's configured correctly. All right, last of all, we've got to do network. So let's close that. Let's go back to our user defined and let's create a new one. Call it network. And let's go manual. Next, performance counter. Next, add. Okay, here we've got to pick network interface, bytes total. I think it is. Here it is. Network interface, bytes total per second. Let's see, it's bytes. Okay, so let's go to network. network interface. There we go. And we want to look for bytes total. Okay. And here you got to pick your network card. By default, I think if you use VirtualBox, it'll be called an Intel Pro 1000. But you can check. If you go to your network settings and change adapter settings, you'll see you've got one connection. Okay, you can see it's the Intel Pro. Also, while I was here, you were asking about how to see if it's running full duplex. You can actually right-click, go to Properties. All right. And here where it shows your card, you can go Configure. Not where your protocols are, where the card is. And if you go to Advanced, you will see Speed and Duplex. Okay. And you'll see your card should be able to run full duplex. When it's auto negotiate, it'll work at the best. So it'll work at this, as long as you're connected to a switch. Okay. If you connect to a hub, then it might cut down to the speeds of the hub. A hub will always be half duplex. But if it's a 100 meg or a 10 meg hub, it'll run slower. But you leave it on auto negotiate, and then that way it always picks the best speed. Okay. Yeah, here you can change aspects of your network card. If you want to use jumbo packets inside your network, so you can move data quicker from a NAS, you could enable that. But that's another story. You can look into this yourself. Okay, but the main thing is pick the right card. Pro 1000 is the one that's connected. So here I look for the Intel Pro 1000. Okay, then I'll add that. You can see it's there. I can OK it. All right. Here I will change this to every 1 second. Next. Again, the default location, Perflogs admin network this time. Next. And finish. All right, so let's tweak this up a bit. Network data collector. Change this to comma delimited. There we go. One sample. Tell it to stop after 10 minutes. So 600. And we can apply that. Okay. Once we're happy with that, let me clean up the desktop. Now I can run this. Once it's running, I'll open up the collector and collect my evidence. Oh, stay still. All right, so let's screenshot that. Select area. Okay. And copy. And let's whack that down here. Okay. All right, so once that's done, we can see memory's finished. See how the green arrow has disappeared off memory? Okay. That just lets me know that it's finished the collector. So that's us collecting the evidence. So just follow the same procedure for Windows 10. Okay. Now, record the status. So this is, let's have a look at the actual data files to see that we've recorded it. All right, so to do that, we can just open up our Explorer, not Internet, just Windows Explorer. Okay, we can go to this PC and C drive, and you'll see a folder called Perflogs. Okay, if we open that up, you'll see admin, because that's who ran the Perflogs. And inside there, one sec. I'm in class, can't talk. Oh my God, people. Anyway, so we've done memory and processor. Okay, so let's open up memory. Memory's finished. Okay, so what you'll see is date and time stamps. Okay, so you can see 19 of the 5th, that's today. If I open that up, you'll find a CSV file. Okay, so how can we show we've saved that? So the easiest way is, let's see if I got rid of my enhanced Duvalaki and go to office.com. There it is, there's my account. So I can go in there. And safe. So remember, on server, you've got to remove enhanced Internet Explorer enhanced security. Otherwise, you won't be able to go anywhere. So
It's still installing another browser.
yeah, I'll show you quickly how to do that. So there's net support 4041. What's in there? That's that stuff. Let me go back up a level here and do a new folder. Dismiss all away. All right, let's go new folder and call it Perfmon. Oh, come on, new folder. Perfmon data. All right, in there, I will do what we do: server and work and window and workstation. Gotta have a new folder in here. New folder. I'm going to call server is where I'm going to save all my data files. Okay, and another new one, workstation for Windows 10. Create. All right, let's open up server and let's go back to here. Okay, and we can drag, should be able to drag this in here. Does that work? Why not? I don't want to move. Maybe it doesn't.
Buy the file rather than the
Yeah, I think I'll have to. Drag and drop is probably disabled on server. Boom. Perflogs, admin, and that was. I could just drag this whole folder here. Can I copy this? Memory. Open. I can't upload the whole folder. Damn. With drag and drop you can. No, so I'm going to have to rename it. Because if I could put the folder, I wouldn't have to rename it. Here I'm going to have to rename. Rename. And this one was memory. So how can we show that we've saved it? We can show that we've saved it in a location here, and if I click it, it should open it up with Excel. Yes. So maybe that is enough. No, I don't want to open, just convert it to Excel. There you go. Okay, so remember here, if I double click that and double click that. Memory. I can keep that like that, so I can show that. No, I don't want all that. I just want it up to here. I want to see the path of where it's saved, and that's all you really need to show me, is that you've saved it correctly. So I want to see up here, perflogs admin memory. and then I want to see the data saved. So if you don't have Excel on your server, just use your OneDrive, your Office 365. We don't actually need this showing. And this can just go to the background. We don't need to see it right now. So I think that is good evidence that you have recorded the status. So let's screenshot that. All right, so here, let's copy that. All right, so yeah, we should have, let me just paste this in first. In fact, I'm just going to paste that up here for now because I want to copy that structure. Paste there. Okay. Because really I should have bloody copied all of this in there in one hit. Doesn't matter, I'll delete it. Copy that. Paste that in there. Okay, I can delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. All right, then I can cut that and put that in here. I can restart my lists. There you go. And then for the workstation as well. Start new list, there you go. All right, so we can show we've configured it correctly and that we've saved the data and can access the data. That's good. And close that. Okay, let's have a look. I think more counters are finished. Processor is finished. And there's no arrow. So here we can go to processor. Okay, and find the one with the latest timestamp, which is that one, because remember I started it the first time in binary mode. So that one is the collector. And then I can, here, see it's converted it to Excel. Now, can I just drag a file up? Oh yeah, that works. All right, so let's rename. No, I don't want to open that. Go away, go away. I want to rename you first. Close. Do you understand close? Close, thank you. Oh, frick you. Internet Explorer, no wonder no one likes you anymore. Tafe, come on. Good joke, thank you.
Pain in the butt.
The most hated browser in the world. Even more hated than Safari. Perfmon data. Go. Server. There we go. All right. Right click, rename. Rename. All right, so this is processor. Okay, click that back up there. And now we can open it. Here. Yes, you can save, convert it to Excel. And then format it a bit prettier. Okay. All right, so we can take a screenshot of that. That's configured correctly and that we've saved the right data file. Select area. Boom. Copy the clipboard. And we can whack that in there. Okay, that's done. That's okay. Let's go back up. I think storage is finished. There it is. 19th of the 5th. Yep, that's today's. Let's open that up. Let's drag that up to the cloud. Let's rename it. Storage. Okay. Once we've renamed that, let's show the path. There you go. Now we can open it. Edit, convert. Thank you. We can pretty it up. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, we can screenshot that one. Where are we? There it is. And copy it. And storage is there. And paste. All right. And last of all, by now, our network should be finished. Let's have a look. Close that. Just make sure it's finished. Yep, network. It's not playing anymore. So 10 minutes are up. Let's go back to admin and find network. All right, and we want the one we did today. And that's that one, 19th of the 5th. Open that up. Let's collect that into there. All right, so there's that one. Let's rename that to network. Bum, bum, bum. Oops. Network. Okay. Now we can open it. Convert it, save it, all that stuff, yeah, convert. And let's pretty it up. Let's move it on up and let's click to there. So our path is showing. Okay, got the path, got the data. So you can see I didn't do anything on the network, just a few little blips, just heartbeats. So not even 105 bytes, you know. I think that's a lot less than 75 million. If you want to stress test it, you can actually download a file while you're running the test and you'll see the bigger numbers. It doesn't matter, this is just that we know the process. So let's screenshot that. Boom. Select area. That'll do. Bang. Let's copy that and paste that in. All right, so I think that's enough for this video. So you just got to follow that procedure and you got to do it on Windows 10 as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording for now, and you should be able to access this through the team chat. Let's have a look. Stop recording. No, cancel. Stop recording. There we go. All right, so